like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave me a comment. Without further ado,
Hey kids, it's Hyperdellic, and we got something I haven't had in here for a while. G.I. Joe Classified series. Cobra Operative Chip, Raptor, Talon, and General Ledger. I didn't know his bird's name was General Ledger. That's a new one for me. But his first name is Chip? Ah, brah. What? I mean, he's like a tax attorney or something like that. I know that. But Chip? Listen, if your name is Chip, I apologize for making fun of the name Chip. But seriously, Raptor's name is Chip? Alright, that's enough making fun and segregating poor Chips out there. Chips, I love you too. I love Chips. I'm a big boy. I love Chips. Alright, so here's the side of the box. 139. That's his number. There's all your other stuff, that little QR code that, I haven't checked them in a while. I don't know if they still go to nothing. So we'll see. Maybe later. Probably not during the video. And then there's the back art. A couple of people have already said this, and I think I'm going to say it too. I am far more impressed with the back art than I am with the way that the figure looks in package. Which is a good thing, because I ain't keeping it in there. So, here's the bottom. There's your barcode if you need it. That's the top. All right, we're going to rip into it.
Dun 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 dun.
Well, there's Chip. He's a chip off the old block. I had the original Raptor when I was a kid. I wish I still had him. He was one of my favorites. I absolutely loved that figure. I loved that he came with soft goods. I loved the look of him. It was amazing. Like, that whole line of figures, that whole wave, was one of my favorites. I want to say we got, what was his name? Crystal Ball or whatever the heck. I don't remember what his actual name was. He was the guy with the weird shield, and he just looked crazy. And then there was this guy, and I mean, like, this was one of my, like I said, one of my favorites. From the soft good wings to the eagle and all of that stuff, and just his whole look was like, all right, I like this guy. So, first things first, let's talk about his accessories. Now, I don't like that hairdo on him. I think it's all it's missing is a man bun, and then you really want to not like Chip at all. Right? So, one of the things that he comes with is his headpiece. Okay? It's not Raptor without the headpiece. Sorry, it just isn't. I like that we have the option to take it off, but it wasn't necessary. I would have kept it on anyways. Now, we're going to go through some of the smaller bits, and then we'll talk about the big one. But one of the items that he comes with, one of his weapons, is a knife. Tiny little knife. I believe we've gotten this knife before. And let's see, where does he put it? You have I think it goes over here. Looks like it goes over here. Okay, so we'll stick it there. All right, we got that. Next, we've got his sidearm. Pistol, handgun, whatever term is correct for you. I call them pew-pews. but it's not bad. It would appear to have a paint application, some silver-ish kind of gunmetal color. Sorry, I had to look at that with my own eyes. It was kind of messing with me through the camera lens here. But yeah, that's a nice looking piece. It does. It looks good. We're going to put that in the holster. Okay. So we got that going now. Now, I don't remember if the original Raptor came with these or not, but this one does. He comes with 2 of these claws. Now, I'm going to assume that these might be the claws that we're getting with Storm Shadow version 2 shortly. And I mean, I could be okay with that. These are not bad. So let's put these in his hands. I think it goes something like this. Maybe. Maybe not. That's a little trickier than I thought it was going to be. Come on, buddy. Gotta hold your claws. What? Alright, so that's one of my first gripes now. Already. The claws are not very friendly. No, that's good. I'll jack it up his helmet. His headpiece. The claws are fine. I mean, they're definitely not going to be my favorite part of this figure, but they're okay. I mean, they work. I'd like it better if they went on his hands a little bit easier. Maybe bend his hands out a little. Okay, so we got that going. Now, comes to... Wait, what was his name again? Hey, let's find out. Look at that. General Ledger. Haha, because he's like tax attorney or something. General Ledger. Oh, goodness. But General Ledger comes with the cowl on, which I feel like that's kind of a miss right there. That's a miss. Like they should. I know that that's like more realistic as far as falconry goes, but they should have had him uncovered with his wings kind of hanging out, right? I mean, just some kind of a cool attack pose. But they did what they did, and we can't get them to change that yet. Maybe the retro version. Because you know we're probably going to end up getting one now. Because they're going to be like, oh, well, that's all the gripes? Oh, okay, well, we'll just fix that. And then in the retro version, we'll get that. So already, he is mocking me with his articulation. I'm trying my best to get General Ledger to rest on his arm and not look foolish. Now, in the comics, I went through this whole storyline with him. He dies in the original comics, eventually. He died from eating poisoned food. What a way to go. He tried to assassinate Cobra Commander, and Cobra Commander eventually got around to being unassassinated. And then Cobra Commander blew up a ship that he was on and trapped him inside of I think it was like a waterway passage that led to a volcano. Yeah, I don't know. It's a crazy-ass story. All right, now, to the final and biggest accessory. So, I know that there are some folks that are probably upset that he didn't come with the cloth goods, but I am sort of glad that they went this route instead. Oh boy. You know, we're going to put General Ledger off to the side for right now. I'm trying to put him on after I'm done showing off the wings. But the wings, I mean, the wings have quite a span. Compared to the figure, I mean, it's almost twice his size. Yeah, maybe. It's a 12-inch span? Because he's supposed to be a 6-inch figure. This is impressive, to say the least. I like this. I like that they went this route. I think that this makes more sense in the modern age. Don't get me wrong. I am still a huge fan of the classic Raptor, right? But I feel as though this was the right direction. Right? There's like some kind of schmutz on there. I don't know what that's from. But here, let's pack him out fully. We'll do some closer up, detailed look at him, you know, like we always do. And now we gotta put General Ledger on him. General Ledger. Good lord. Chip and General Ledger. Listen, Hasbro, G.I. Joe team. I know that you're going with the classic stuff, but you could have changed his name from Chip. I feel like Chip is like one of the worst possible like yuppie names you could have given him. I mean, I guess that fits though, because he is a tax attorney. But that is super yuppie. You know, and I don't like the way that the Falcon sits on his arm. Like, it is not pretty looking. Jeez. Come on there, Chipper. Now, I am going to say, with all of this on him, that is way, way cooler than he looks in his pack out. Okay? Way cooler. I mean, that's awesome. This backpack is mocking me. But there we go. Da-da-da-da-da. He looks great. He does. I like it. I'm starting to get a little frustrated with the floppiness of a lot of the G.I. Joe figures, right? Like, sometimes things don't want to sit in the right place. All of this, you know, at first, I was like, oh, that is so cool that it's all, like, kind of softer plastic and it moves and all that stuff. Now, I kind of hate that it's all softer plastic and that it moves, right? I mean, I would glue it all, but I don't want to ruin my figure. But look-wise, put him up on the shelf, don't mess with him, fan-freaking-tastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. I mean, that is just... sculpt, the look. I don't like browns and tans. on my action figures. I go for more of a colorful, poppy look, but this is nice. It looks good. It's done really well. So good job, Hasbro. Good job. He's not perfect, but man, he's good. All right, so we're gonna take a closer look at him. All right, let's do that.
Hyperdellic.
Okay, now look at that beautiful head sculpt. Now I'm gonna take this off. We're gonna take a look at it real quick. And just kind of go around it. It's cool. It is. It looks good. I think I'm gonna put some like sticky tab stuff in there and just make sure that it stays on his head, because I don't like it flopping around, and I have to have that on. I am not going to display him like this. His chip is not my guy. Raptor is. So let's take a look. Like, he's got some normal G.I. Joe head articulation. Goes about that far forward and that far back. There's not a lot of range, but you can twist him to the side and, you know, a little bit here and there. There's a little bit. Not a ton. I would have expected more out of a classified series figure. It almost feels like they should have just made that head and neck solid. But, I mean, I guess it's fine. I've seen worse, but I've definitely seen better. So we'll come around to the back. He's got this weird back tattoo going on, kind of a tramp stamp thing. If you are a dude with a tramp stamp, go get it lasered off. I got a friend who's got a tramp stamp, so I mean, I'm not trying to make him feel bad. But don't get tramp stamps. Not today. Not now. That's not in. But his other like the tribal tats are kind of cool. I like them. I dig that. That's pretty cool looking. I'm not going to try and tell you who any of the sculpted parts are from. I mean, obviously these gauntlets and stuff are all brand new. Hands are probably huge reuse. Same thing with the holsters. Those are probably reused. Although I don't think I've seen this specific holster for a knife yet, so that might be unique to him. If you want to check out his gadonk, there you go. Kind of a flat butt. He doesn't have much juice in the butt. You know, hey, that might work for some of you, but me, I want some like back. You know, you gotta show off that you got health, right? If you don't have much of a gadonk, you're not real healthy. It's as my grandmother used to tell me. She was on that new dreaded medication that everybody takes. It's called no acetol. you don't want to have to be on that medication. But I like the big falcon on his or Raptor or whatever it is on his belt. That's fantastic. We come down. I'm pretty sure those pants are reuse down to the knees. The boots are most definitely unique. All of the sculpts, like the cool eagle claw or falcon claw on his boots, sort of reminiscent of some Gene Simmons if you painted that up with some silver. Right? Loud. I want to hear it loud. No, you don't. You don't want to hear it too loud. I'm like almost 50, so I don't want to hear nothing too loud. Keep the volume down, all right, people? He has this piece. It looks like if you pop the head off and finagled the shoulders off, you could probably get it off if you really wanted to. There is some paint application on it. As you can see, there's some tan, and then there's a darker looking paint. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know which part is paint, the dark or the brown. I think it's the brown. I think this darker, like blackish brown is maybe the original color, and they added some brown. Could not tell you. I'm not going to scrape at it to find out. And I will say this much about the head sculpt. Like, the detail of the hair is really, really quality. That's not my kind of hairstyle, but it works. When I was looking up videos of him just to do a little bit of research beforehand, my daughter saw a picture of it. She goes, "Is that Robin?" I was like, "No, that's not Robin." But it could be, right? If you wanted to use this as a custom, you might be able to, make a Robin out of him, out of that head sculpt. It's not bad. Or a Nightwing. That looks kind of like a Nightwing face piece. But, I mean, then you're ruining your Raptor. You don't want to do that, bro. So, yeah. Standard G.I. Joe classified articulation, though this shoulder is really just mocking me. It does not want to move. Double elbows, no pins. Double jointed knees with no pins. Ooh, look at that. Almost fully back, right? And then how far does he go forward? Ooh, not bad, not bad. Let's see. Come on, buddy. We gotta show the kids splitsies. Yoga pose. Not bad. I mean, I've never been disappointed with G.I. Joe Classified Series articulation. It's usually extremely good, and ever since they've gotten to the pinless articulation, I have been much happier. The drop-down hip is not as pronounced as other figures have been. It's a little bit tighter, a little bit cleaner. All right, so that's the main body. We're gonna throw the helmet back on him, and I'm going to set him off to the side. Because what I really want to take a look at close up are these freaking wings. Because they're freaking cool. They've got some articulation like that. So like when he's chilling, you can have him fold up. Okay. Kind of get recessed. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 articulation points. 8 in all, 4 on each side. They will go that far down. Okay. And they will go almost completely up. So if you want to close them out, the wings going up like that. You can. I like the stickers. Oh no, those aren't stickers. That's actually raised up. That's a texture. What's that? It's painted. Man, for a second there, through the camera, it almost looked like it wasn't painted, like it was like clear plastic almost. So I mean, hey, nice job on that. That's beautiful. I like that. The wings articulate nicely. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can do some really dynamic stuff with these. RIP wing, rip wing. I don't know what that means. I like that this is a jet and it's got some, it's got a little burn on there. The heat blast, whatever. They didn't do that here, but I'm assuming that that's like they blast out of there. Some brown and tan mixture, a little bit of silver paint on there. I really, really like that orange. Like, that's a really nice accent piece. It's almost a shame that that's on the back and that they didn't do any of that on the front side that shows. But the front side has these little rotor discs, which are cool. They don't go all the way through, so I'm not really sure what the heck they're pulling and spinning. Maybe they rotate there and shoot air out through there. Maybe that's what the mechanism is supposed to be. But when you fold these up, right, kind of like accordion style, put the wings down. Or, oh, well, and it looks like they pop off. Oh, that's no big deal. They just kind of clip back on. So we're going to go this way with it. Right? Because that makes sense. It'll be on his back. And that's how they'll look when they're folded up on his back. That looks pretty cool. I gotta say, I like that look. It looks pretty decent. I forgot to show more of the detail around the boot. Like there's the feathers that are popping out, and then on the gauntlets they've got the feathers popping out. Right? And all in all of the little feather touches, you almost don't miss the cloth goods. See, that's why I gotta sticky tab it down, because he looks drunk when it like moves a little. I'm telling you that I train Raptors, Falcons, and if you don't like it, I'm gonna send my birds after you, right? I'll make them peck your eyeballs out. You don't tell me when I drank too much. I mean, he's a tax attorney, right? Like, so he probably drinks nightly. All right, well, that is Raptor all packed out. I mean, we can show Peregrine, but I already showed a good close-up of him. If you really need to, I'll show you a close-up of the claws. I'm telling you, they're cool looking, but man, they do not want to sit on his hands correctly. All right, well, that's enough of the close-up. Let's do some photos with him. Make him look pretty. All right, let's do it. Dun 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 dun. Ah, did you guys enjoy that? That was a nice little photo shoot, right? He looks so majestic and free. Only he's a tax attorney, so nothing about him is free. Final thoughts. All right, so overall, I'm gonna give him an 8.5. Okay, and for one reason and one reason only, because he is so floppy everywhere. He's so busy, and there are so many different things that can move every time you're adjusting him and posing him. Like, I think I'll make it an 8.5 because like. He does make up for it in sculpt and in really cool detail. Also, if you guys have noticed, I did not have to tear to shreds his paint job because his paint job seems to be almost perfect. It's great. There's no slop. I didn't see any major mistakes. It all looked like everything was in the right place. The face printing was good. The tattoos look fantastic. Even the paint applications on all of the accessories look good. So, good job, Hasbro. Not a lot of toy makers can manage that one. Hasbro and Mattel tend to be the best paint jobs out of all of the toy industry. Granted, you do have like some of your other more boutique and more expensive figures like Cosmic Legions. Their paint jobs are usually pretty outstanding. I do not have any Mythic Legions to state as such, but in the future, probably. Let's get him spinning while we talk about this and going out. Overall, I love the character Falcon or Raptor. Like, I love the character. He's so cool. Like, I love the idea that he got into Falcon. Like, when I was a kid, I was amazed by people who did falconry. I didn't think there was a big market in it. Otherwise, I probably would have gone into something like that, you know, and probably would have loved it. Probably would have been a lot happier than I am these days. Although I'm pretty happy these days when I get my toys. When he showed up on my doorstep this morning, I was like, yeah, gotta get him going. He is awesome. He's a very cool figure, and I dig everything about him. But like I said, like there's a lot of busyness going on, and it tends to make it a little frustrating when you're posing him. Like everything wants to move every time you touch anything. That happens with a lot of G.I. Joe classified figures. One point in case is Tunnel Rat. Oh my God, does he have so much stuff that janks around? But I love Tunnel Rat. He's one of my favorite figures. The Tunnel Rat in my scale is a 9.5. He's one of my, like I said, he's one of my favorites. Little Larry Hama representation right there. I love it. But I keep wanting to call him Falcon. Raptor is great. He's a fantastic character. He's a fantastic. I don't think he ever made an appearance in the cartoons, but in the comics, he has a really cool storyline going. He kind of ticks off the son of Cobra Commander and then tries to take out Cobra Commander. I won't ruin it for you. You should go look it up. It's a good storyline. The fact that Cobra Commander has a son in this is kind of fantastic too. I didn't know until I read up on there we go again, almost calling him Falcon. Until I read up on Raptor, I didn't know that Cobra Commander ever had a son in the comics. I was unaware of that. I didn't really read a ton of them. I would pick one up here and there and usually not know what was going on in the storyline. I just wanted to see the cool pictures and illustrations. This is a very cool figure. It is. Like I said, 8.5. I could even push it up higher to an 8.7. Just because there's so much that was done well with this figure. The colors, the paint applications, the sculpt is amazing. Although trying to get that Falcon posed on him, what's his name again? General Ledger. You know, I think I want to rename him. I'm going to name him Peregrine Diddy. We don't want to call him P Diddy, right? Because you don't want to be associated with P Diddy these days. Nah, we'll just call him General Falcon. I'll call him General Falcon. I don't care about the Ledger part. Chip and General Falcon. No, that makes him sound too much like General Hawk. Alright, we have to go with General Ledger. Chip. Oh, I'm just going to forget that his name was Chip. And if any of you have the name Chip or go by Chip, comment down below. Down there. Let me know. Be like, shut up, Hyperdellic. Don't make fun of my name. That's okay. I won't. I promise. No more making fun of Chip. Alright, one more time. Chip? Seriously? Alright, that's been enough. We've spent enough time with Raptor. If you want to spend more time with Raptor, you should go out and get you one. Alright, Chip, tell the folks what to do. Alright. Alright, bro. Over here, you're going to turn on notifications and subscribe to Hyperdellic's channel. Alright? Because he's Chip. Oh, boy. Alright, well, listen, kids. Also, you know what? Like the video. If you want to support, there's some links down below. Support my channel. Support my hilarity and idiocracy. Because I could always use the support. You know, I only got like 500 some odd subscribers. I definitely need more subscribers. And I'm not making any money on this channel. So, you know, just to tell you guys, hint. No, only give if you can. I will always appreciate any of my givers. You will get, as soon as I start making some contributions, I'll start playing people's names in my videos. So have no fear. You will get credit. I will make sure that your name is associated with my idiotic videos. Alright, kids. This has been Hyperdellic and Chip Raptor. I forgot his last name. What is it? Talon. Chip Talon. Really? I mean, that's a little too on the nose, isn't it? Anyways, this has been Chip Talon and Hyperdellic saying, I love you. Thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for checking out Chip. And have a fantastic day. Thank you, guys. Peace out. Remember to play lots, play hard. Alright. Goodbye. Caw-caw!